What's going on, everybody? How you doing? My name is Dr. Sami Baya. Please welcome back to my channel. The dark empath can be the most dangerous personality type. How do you identify a dark empath? Now, the dark empath has this ability to understand what someone else is going through, and they use this knowledge for personal gain or as a manipulation tactic. Now, that is what we call dark empathy. So a dark empath is someone who uses cognitive empathy at the expense of others for personal gain most of the time. They can recognize someone's situation without sympathizing with them. Now, when I talk of cognitive empathy, I mean it is the ability to understand someone's perspective and thoughts without emotional involvement. The other type of empathy is emotional empathy. That is being able to feel the emotions that someone else is feeling as though you are going through the experience too. And then there's compassionate empathy, which is a combination of cognitive and emotional empathy, where you understand another perspective and your emotions respond as though you are in that situation. So, how do dark empaths think and feel? They lack pleasure from social rewards. They don't really enjoy, all right, the attention they get. They have this, they emotionally distance themselves, or they are detached from other people's emotions. They have this drive towards grandiosity, conflicted by intense self-criticism. They have these vindictive behaviors. They love gossiping, they love bullying, they love intimidating. These are dark empaths. They use emotional manipulation tactics, or in short, the dark empaths take advantage of others. They also are known for physical aggression towards others, and most of them are extroverted. That is a dark empath for you. So what are these manipulation tactics that the dark empaths use? The common ones are gaslighting. They love bombing. They love ghosting, right? Playing the victim. Sarcasm, intimidation, gossiping. Those are some very popular manipulation tactics that the dark empaths use. Now, when you look at the dark empaths and compare it to narcissism, to the psychopaths, to Machiavellianism, that is the dark triad in short, we'll say that the dark empaths possesses fractured empathy. So in short, they are not fully empathic. In short, they are not fully, they don't have this full concern for others. All right. Now, this fractured empathy is very much identified with narcissism, with psychopathy, with Machiavellianism, the three core elements of the dark triad. So we know a narcissist is someone who has an inflated sense of self, someone who wants always constant attention and admiration, someone who has these feelings of grandiosity. The psychopathy is known to be indifferent towards someone else's needs or well-being. They use manipulation tactics. The psychopath has this inability to feel remorse. The Machiavellianism, on the other hand, is a combination of several personality traits, which include cynicism, abusive behaviors, vindictive behaviors, use of emotional manipulation tactics. All right. So that is the dark triad, and they are very closely related to the dark empath. So what is the difference between the dark empath and the empath and empathetic people? What is this difference? The dark empaths As I said earlier in this video, they experience cognitive empathy only. And this allows them to maintain their distance emotionally. Now, the empathetic people, they have both the, they're fully empathetic. So what is the cause of this dark empathy? What makes someone become a dark empath? So that is still a subject for discussion. The people who think a dark empath was born that way. There are those who think it's a trait that people learn. Some people link it with the brain and so on. But what is the difference between a dark empath and a narcissist? The difference is that the narcissist cannot be self-critical, but the dark empaths can be self-critical. The narcissist is somebody who has the ability to evaluate, is someone who lacks that ability to evaluate themselves. A narcissist lacks insight. They can't be insightful. They're also very low in empathy, or they lack empathy at all compared to the dark empath. So the same thing, there's a difference between the dark empathy and the psychopathy. All right. So dark empathy can describe that form of emotional intelligence that allows you to identify the thoughts and feelings of others and then use them for personal gain. So dark empaths are known to misuse others, to take advantage of others. So when we're talking about dark empathy traits, when you're looking at the dark empathy, we are looking at how this dark empath, they will focus on a situation and how that situation can benefit them, and how that situation will affect the other person. They don't look at how that situation will affect the other person. They only look at how that situation will benefit them. So they are selfish when they're looking at situations. They ask themselves, what is in it for me in this situation, instead of how will this situation affect the other person. So dark empathy has some features, has some traits of narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism, but it's not a mental health disorder. So dark empathy is very closely related to the dark triad. That is the narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. So are you a dark empath? Are you someone who takes advantage of others? You identify somebody's weakness. You identify, somebody's pain and use it for your gain. Are you that kind of a person? If you're that kind of a person, then you're a dark empath. Someone who is full of cognitive empathy, that is the ability to understand someone's perspective and thoughts, but they don't get involved emotionally. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well. That way, every time I upload a new video, you'll get notified about it. Remember, knowledge is power, information is power, and learning is the superpower. I love you all to the moon and back. God bless you. Catch you later in the next video. And remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please.